Well, 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 it's Friday, baby. There's a whole lot of tea in the brew, so why don't you have a seat while I pour it for you? This is the last cup of tea that I'm going to pour today, but it's going to be full in every kind of way. We're going to go over a few things that are at play. Firstly, let's start with the FAFO, because it is Friday. If you know, you know. And there is a FAFO at play today. Yes, baby, and it's not JD. We already talked about that earlier, you see. I'm talking about the burnt sienna bitch that is Daddy Dumpy Pants. Nobody wants him in Alaska. Turns out that the people in Alaska don't want him there. That's right, you heard that correctly, dear. Now, you might have heard some rumors on the internet that people in Alaska were really upset. Yes, saying that they're worried that Daddy Dumpy Pants is going to hand over Alaska to the Russian man. But, you see, you don't understand Alaskan comedy. It's satire, dear. No one up there is in fear. That's right. They've come out to say that we're just telling jokes that he's going to give our land away. We don't believe that he's going to do anything, that he is actually the one to bend the knee to Voldemort Poontang. They're not worried about Voldemort Poontang either, they said. They have no fear, no despair. Baby, and did you see Daddy Dumpy Pants on TV talking about he was going to hit Russia really hard economically if he didn't decide to bend the knee Daddy's way? Talk about the fault of the deal. He's going to come out of that smelling like shit today, and I'm not talking about Voldemort Poontang. Exactly what does Daddy plan to do to them economically, boo? Sanctions? Ooh, big fear there. Considering the fact that Daddy Dumpy Pants decided to do his tariff play on India and China, and they decided just to back away from Daddy and the US of A, and now they're getting their energy and their oil from Voldemort Poontang. That's right, baby. They circumvented Daddy. And so did Putin, too. He's raking it in, boo. Now, there's something you need to know about economies, the Russian economy. It was on the rise at the beginning of the war play. That happens everywhere, every day. Anytime a war is at play, at the beginning of the war, you see the economy of the country starting the war starting to rise because of all of the new war machines that are at play. It boosts the economy. But if the war goes on too long, we all know the good economy starts to go and inflation starts to rise again. And it just so happened, friend, that Russia's economy was not looking too good about 3 months ago. Inflation started to rise. Shelves were bare. People were starting to see the despair of a very long war for no good reason. But as of today, because of Daddy Dumpy Pants and his tariffs plays, Russia has seen an influx of money around energy. Tell me again, Daddy Dumpy Pants, how it's the art of the deal, because today it's looking like the fart and you're starting to smell. Oh, and another good bit of tea, there's a music festival going on currently in Washington, D.C. That's right, baby. The people are out and about and they're starting to shout because of the unlawful orders that Daddy decided to give the military. And now that we're talking about unlawful orders in the military, there's something you should know, and it should be quite scary. Not for us, but for Daddy, you see. They are the last line of defense for you and me. They'll be able to go up there in that White House and arrest him expeditiously. And considering the fact that a whole lot of people in the military are backing away from Daddy today, saying they're tired of being used as a political tool for the fool, yes, baby. That little tip line and hotline that the service members get to call when they feel like they've been issued an unlawful order and all has been blowing up lately. And a whole lot of people in the higher ranks have backed away and said they're not going to play with fucking Daddy today. And even some of the lower ranks, too. They're pulling stunts, boo. One took a shit in a Humvee. I swear to you, that's true. Either fucking way. Happy goddamn Friday. Oh, and another thing that I want to say. There was a fool up on my TV today talking about how Ukraine loved Daddy Dumpy Pants, and particularly his wife, Melania. Yes, he had had the nerve to get up on TV and say that they're not scared in any kind of way, because it just so happens that the people of Ukraine happen to love the way Melania twerks. Oops, Freudian slip, I meant works. No. The people of Ukraine have no respect for the mail order maiden, Melania, or Daddy Dumpy Pants, because they know the truth. Some of them even have some proof, and it was leaked via the way of the internet back in the day. Anyway, I'm going to go see if I can dig up just a little bit more tea for you today before I completely back away. You know how I do. I always say, this is my last cup of tea today, and then I find some more tea for you, and I got to bring it to you expeditiously. So we'll just have to see if more things are at play today, from FAFOs and shit not going Daddy's way, from the military backing away, and oh, at least we not forget, baby, Gavin Newsom is fucking dragging Daddy. Have you seen his social media pages of late, or the things that he's had to say? Baby, you need to tune in expeditiously to Gavin, honey. It's fun to watch him drag Daddy. That burnt sienna bitch don't know what to do. And it won't be long the military might just do exactly what we want them to do. Okay, enjoy your Friday.